Thank you, Jerry, and thank you, Deborah, for that kind introduction. It's so great, as always, to be reminded, as if I needed reminding, of the connection between SNAC and NARA and how important NARA has been in supporting and advancing SNAC. So thank you so much. I am going to share my screen because I have, of course, a boring PowerPoint presentation. I apologize. It is mostly to remind myself, keep myself on track. So yes, I continue to name this the state of the cooperative in keeping with how we have in the past. I'm just going to try and limit my talking as much as possible and allow before a bit of question and answer if you have any afterwards, before the first set of presentations. So a little bit of housekeeping. As you know, Dina has been great in reminding you that we'll have a little bit of Q&A at the very end of the annual meeting, and to please submit questions either via Google Doc or via chat. Dina is also going to be monitoring chat. And also, please feel free to unmute and ask a question. I love to talk to people in real time. And so always feel free. Jerry mentioned we're doing 2 polls during the meeting. One will be an open refine survey. We want to find out if people are using open refine and SNAC. If not, are there barriers? And would you be interested in formal training like a workshop? If that's the case. The other poll will be about the SNAC archive space plugin during the second break to find out who's thinking about using it, and if so, what kind of timeline. Well, finally, I am going to be doing a post-meeting survey to look for new volunteers for the various SNAC working groups. The SNAC working groups are the backbone of SNAC, and I want to encourage folks who have never been on one to really consider joining one and working with your colleagues. It's really not a huge demand of time, but so important in setting the priorities and working on SNAC projects. So yeah. All right, so as you know, we have had a lot of changes in this past year with SNAC personnel. Daniel Pitty, the SNAC executive director and the founder and the visionary behind SNAC, retired in December of last year. We also, unfortunate timing, lost Joseph Glass, our technical lead, left SNAC for another position in September of 2022. I myself was hired as part-time SNAC director in January, February of this year. And many of you probably know me, I hope, that I am not a newbie to SNAC. I have been involved in SNAC from its very beginning and served a number of years as the chair of the editorial standards and working group. So it was a great privilege to get a chance to help transition SNAC over this time. We also have Jason Jordan, a University of Virginia software engineer, providing some technical support of SNAC, mostly in maintenance and troubleshooting and day-to-day stuff, but he has also been working on moving a few projects forward, including some of you may know, have seen Jason before, since he was the lead developer of the SNAC archive space plugin. And of course, we continue to have Jerry and Dina from NARA. All of you must know them. They are you know, they are SNAC school. It would not exist without them. And again, a big thank you to them and NARA's support in helping advance SNAC. All right. As I mentioned, working groups are the backbone of SNAC. The working groups come from the members, the volunteers. It is you, the members, who drive the agenda of SNAC, who help it be what it is, including projects, priorities, advancement. If it hadn't been for members saying, hey, we need SNAC to work with archive space, we never would have started work on the plugin. We have 5 working groups: communications, editorial and standards, reference and research, SNAC school, and the technical and infrastructure working group. I've listed the chairs there. Please feel free to reach out to one or a couple of them if you're interested in volunteering to join a working group. In the past, when we had an annual meeting that was longer than an afternoon, that was 2 afternoons, we had all the chairs report out on what they were working on. What we're going to do instead, because we limited this annual meeting to just an afternoon, because we know how busy people are, and to take up 2 afternoons of your time, one right after another, is really tough and demanding. So we really wanted to keep this a tight meeting. But we'll be sending out a larger amount of what the annual highlights are for each working group. But I did want to mention a few of them. The communications working group created and managed the SNAC membership survey that we sent out in the winter. I want to thank everybody who responded to that. We did take your responses to heart a lot about how to set up a paid membership process, and more of that coming up later in my talk. The editorial policy and standards working group implemented the transnaming guidance. This working group is really so valuable in helping editors provide standards for them, policies, guidance for them, and I'm very grateful for all their work. Reference and research working group, along with supporting the SNAC school reference module, they do all the behind scenes work of answering researcher queries and getting prompt responses to researchers using SNAC who then have a question. And I'm very grateful they are the unsung heroes of SNAC. As I mentioned before, SNAC school, always training, always thinking of improving training. Along with their regular virtual training, they had an enormously successful in-person SNAC school editor training during SAA. And if you've never been able to take in-person SNAC training, I highly recommend it. It's just terrific if you get that chance. Technical infrastructure working group, last but not least, they will be doing a demo and discussing the SNAC archive space plugin and the fact that it is now in production release. Very exciting. And I'm so grateful for all the work they've done this past year in writing documentation, testing, and resolving bugs and issues. I wanted to just go over a few SNAC statistics, and in particular focus on the front end of SNAC and researchers, because we tend to think as archivists, librarians, data people about the back end, but we're providing all this information for users and researchers. Currently, we have over 3.5 million identity records in SNAC. Not a surprise, 70% persons, but still a healthy amount of corporate and even over 5% of family names. We have over 5.5 million resource relationship links. These are so important, and keeping your resource relationship links up to date, adding them. These are what take people from SNAC to your finding aids, your bibliographic resources, and finding the material you steward at your repository. We've had over 750,000 SNAC users in the past 12 months from all around the world. Obviously, tends to be heavily US and North America, but you would be surprised. Europe, Africa, Asia, the works. We really cover, we truly are a global resource. And we have referred almost 70,000 visitors to holding institutions sites. That means somebody has found a resource in SNAC and left SNAC to go view it in your finding aid, your online catalog, WorldCat, something like that. So this is terribly important, which is why I'm urging people to really think about their resource links and keeping them and adding to them. SNAC is really about the user and connecting them to your primary resources. So I just want to emphasize that and how important SNAC is as a global resource. All right, what's been going on in SNAC? So some of the recent, current, and future projects we're working on. As I mentioned, archive space plugin production release. We're having a demo on that later. Open Refine bug fixes, and I've provided a link for people to the Open Refine documentation and information. We've gotten some feedback about some bugs and that people were having, and we have been working on cleaning those up to make the Open Refine process work better for you. And we'll be having a wonderful demonstration by Emily Frazier later about how they have used Open Refine. We're about to start resuming work on the concept and vocabulary management system. This is to really rethink and overhaul our controlled vocabulary portion of the SNAC record. It went on hold after Joseph Glass left, but we are thinking that we may be able to start beginning work again on that. It is very important for my next bullet point, the enslaved description subgroup and the indigenous description subgroup, because they are working on a vocabularies and attributes for the vocabulary management system for enslaved description and indigenous description. So we want to get the infrastructure in place to help further their work. We've been in talks and we're about to start working on cleaning and loading the Tribal Name Authority file data set from the National Native American Board School Healing Coalition. I want to thank Stephen Hurley for providing this data set that they have created to SNAC and the University of Maryland. And a big thank you to Diana Marshall for people at Maryland and taking the lead in cleaning it up and refining it so it can then be loaded into SNAC. We're in discussion about working with the United States Holocaust Memorial Museum to include their data in SNAC, including information from their encyclopedia of camps and ghettos. This is information that is not in SNAC, or frankly, the information in SNAC is incorrect, and we want to get it cleaned up and also get it into a much better and more enriched state. Another behind the scenes thing we're working on is a potential Mellon Bridge grant. for a 9-month technical lead to document the SNAC technical infrastructure as it now stands, and to help complete the concept vocabulary management system. So a little bit just about documenting the SNAC technical infrastructure is we have been so hard over the past several years in developing SNAC and moving forward that we haven't always done the most comprehensive, best job of documenting SNAC and its technical infrastructure. And what we're finding is it is difficult when we bring somebody new on to really figure out how SNAC works and how it all works together. And so we want to take this opportunity to do the documentation. So moving forward, bringing new people on for projects will be much easier and more streamlined. So that is what that is about. Oops. Okay, so I want to talk a little bit about SNAC's financial future. I think most of you know SNAC has run on and been created on IMLS and Mellon grants, with the understanding that the end result would be that SNAC would be financially self-sustaining by its members. SNAC is a membership-owned cooperative. You own SNAC. I don't own SNAC. The University of Virginia doesn't own SNAC. We just help administer it, but it is really yours. We need to start finally moving, now that we're finishing the last Mellon grant, to a grant funded this grant funded project to be financially self-sustaining resource. Sustainability is very difficult for open source projects. It's a big challenge and it has somewhat limited options. One is to partner with an already established resource, such as archive space. As you know, we, SNAC, have reached out to archive space over the past several months and been in discussions with them about this idea. One of the benefits of being partnering with archive space is streamlining a lot of functions, including membership functions, administrative functions, certain technical functions, things like that. Unfortunately, archive space considered it, but feel at this time it's not a good time for a partnership of that sort. They have left the door open to potentially in the future reconsidering, and do want to continue to stay connected and in discussion. Another option for sustainability is obviously institute annual membership dues. This is something that we really do need to do to help defray some of the SNAC administrative costs. Applying for other grants continues to be an option. At this point, it's very hard to get grants that are going to pay for basic infrastructure. Really, we're looking more at grants on a project by project basis, or partnering with somebody else on a grant. We are also thinking about and looking into corporate and foundational sponsorship and seeing if there's any ways we can leverage that to help with us financially and help defray some of our costs. But the end result is SNAC will need to rely on a mix of revenue streams to sustain itself in the future. We all know money is tight. I know a number of you, I'm sure, have read and followed the NAFAN project out of the California Digital Library on building a national archival framework network, and that the OCLC final report talked about one of the huge issues was sustainability and how to fund something like that on an ongoing basis. It is not a challenge that SNAC alone is facing. Okay. So what are your membership benefits? Just a reminder that what does SNAC do for you beyond Us Youth to keep add information and keep your records clean and enhance? We provide an integrated discovery of dispersed historical records and documents for researchers and enhance access to your holdings. So people, as I mentioned through the statistics, are using SNAC to get to your holdings. That is just a statistical fact. And it's a platform for connecting your holdings to other holdings in other repositories around the world. So SNAC makes your researchers find related information in other repositories much easier and better. SNAC can enhance the effectiveness of the archival processing and description, in particular, including the SNAC archive space plugin. We're thinking this is really going to be a game changer for folks who use archive space for their archival processing going forward. You get through membership, free SNAC school training and standards-based description of corporate bodies, persons, and families. You can take the training as often as you like. As it develops, as reminders, you also get mentorship and help going forward in description and in being a SNAC editor. You also, as a SNAC member, get use of the SNAC API to contribute new data to SNAC, including new CPF descriptions and summary descriptions of local holdings, so those resource descriptions. What does SNAC membership pay for as we move forward for dues? It's going to pay for a full-time technical lead, we hope, a part-time SNAC director, hardware and software costs. We try and keep them down, but just last couple of weeks ago, we had a hard drive fail and had to pay to replace it. Administrative costs, travel, other services, things like that. And then SNAC will at this point continue to be administered by the University of Virginia, and we're very grateful to them for doing that. So what does the membership dues process look like going forward? So my goal is to send an initial email in early October to members who signed membership agreements to confirm that they want to continue membership and determine what tier of membership and the membership contact to send the invoice and new membership agreement. And I'll talk about tiers of membership in a moment. You will have the right to stop being a SNAC member, but that will mean you will have to, delete your SNAC editor accounts and things like that. With the tiered membership, we are allowing each institution to pick the tier they fall in and how much they will pay. We rely on the institutions to behave in a fair and ethical manner. You know best what you need and what your involvement is in SNAC. That's better than me trying to figure out your budget, base it on budgets or quote size. The SNAC membership is so many variations of types of institutions. It would just be a conundrum to try and do membership based on some other way. If an institution does have financial hardship, they should reach out to SNAC. They can reach out to me to discuss options. We don't want to try and turn away anybody from being a SNAC member if we can avoid it. Institutions who wish to sponsor the membership of a less advantaged organization, such as a community archive, or a small institution that particularly serves a diverse or underrepresented community, should reach out to SNAC if they're interested in sponsoring such a less advantaged organization. And we will, any institution able to do sponsorship, we will certainly put a public thank you on the SNAC portal for doing that and give you some good publicity. I will also be sending out a separate email to SNAC editors who institutions have not signed a membership agreement to determine if they want to become members. Again, if you're a SNAC editor, but your institution is not a member, we really need you to become a member or accept that you can no longer be a SNAC editor. So we'll be doing that, hopefully. Unfortunately, some institutions that are surprisingly active have not signed membership agreements. So we need to get that regularized and formalized. Starting in 2024, we will go through SNAC editor accounts and be limited to official SNAC members and any approved volunteer and unaffiliated editors. So we do have several researchers who provide information and data into SNAC, but are not affiliated with any institution, and we want to continue to allow them to provide their data, their research, their specialized knowledge to SNAC. And again, SNAC editor training going forward will be limited to official SNAC members and approved volunteers, unaffiliated editors. That said, SNAC reference and research training will continue to be open to anyone. And we hope people will continue to make use of that. So what are the membership tiers? The tiers we've set up based on users and activity your institution thinks it will be using. So an unaffiliated editor would get their own account and it would be free. A small institution would get up to 3 editor accounts at the cost of $2,000 per year. A medium up to 5,000 per year. A large up to 8 for $7,500 a year. A very large unlimited, this is for $10,000 a year. This is particularly looking at very large institutions who have numerous libraries and archives, and quite frankly, even trying to monitor who's an editor, who isn't, is very time consuming for very large institutions. So we're hoping they'll want to not worry about it and go for the highest number of dues. So SNAC's future. As I said, we have to institute paid membership to cover the essential yearly costs. And what we're hoping is to, over the next year, figure out, will paid membership cover that? We will look into other solutions if paid membership in this tiered situation doesn't work out for us, but we need to find that sweet spot that will work to keep SNAC sustainable and viable. We'll look into using grants and other funding sources for new projects and initiatives to continue the growth SNAC and develop it based on you, the membership needs and desires and wants. We want to become more membership driven and diverse now that we are looking as ourselves as being cooperative and sustainable, both through better and more formal annual planning, and really also rethinking SNAC's administrative structure. SNAC has grown somewhat organically, particularly in its administrative structure, and looking at it now, it is very weighted to being driven by larger academic and government institutions, and we really want to hear a wider, more diverse voices and give them a greater role in driving SNAC and its projects and its priorities. We'll continue to search out collaborations and partnerships, whether that may be a closer collaboration with Archive Space or other organizations to figure out how we can both be greater than the sum of our parts and streamline and be as financially efficient as we can. And in the end, we want to be ambitious, but also pragmatic as we go forward and really think about how are we best serving the greatest number of users, matching our priorities to our sustainability and our finances, and being what you need. So yeah, so that is the end of my formal